is what we're looking like. Woo! 9-4 makeup blood. Loneliness, solitude, isolation, alone. Hope you guys liked my interpretive dancing and slam poetry. That is all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. More snaps! What's up, folks? So today we're gonna be talking about being alone but not lonely, because it's very important to be content with yourself. I think we really understood how important this was because when we first started dating, started as the pandemic was starting. So for the first year, we literally saw each other 24 hours a day because that's all we could do.
After that, we realized that the more time we spent away from each other, that kind of meant that the more time we had together was more valuable.
And it definitely wasn't the healthiest to build like complete dependency on each other every single second of the day. So, you know, you gotta have your alone time. The first thing I'm gonna do is something I've always wanted to do for myself, and that is get my ears pierced. I don't know why it's taking me this long, but I don't know. I think now is the time. So yeah, I'm thinking some black studs, both ears. I think it's gonna be pretty nice, but we'll see. All right, this is the selection. Going with these ones. There you go, you're all done, buddy. That's it? That's it. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, folks, so here is what we're looking like. Ooh! I like them, I like them, I like them. What do you think?
They're pretty good.
What? They look good. Give me a good reaction.
Amazing.
But yeah, now we're gonna drop off this guy at work, head home, and then just have a chill, rainy, gloomy day. Alright, okay. Yeah. Yep, I just did that. I don't know if it like comes off as much of a difference to you guys, but you know, it's there. But speaking of doing things you've always wanted to do, let me show you this. You guys follow me on Instagram, you already know, but bam! Got my very first tattoo a few days ago, and then actually I got my second tattoo the very next day because my guy had an opening. And I remember wanting tattoos since I was in junior high, high school, and just like begging my parents for it. But in Korea, tattoos are still very much associated with gang culture, so I understood my parents' kind of hesitancy towards them. However, you know, now that I've come out as what's one more disappointment, you know? Life is too short. Like, if you've always wanted to try something and you're not hurting anybody and you're doing things responsibly and respectfully, then who cares? But yeah, just to give a little background info on kind of why I wanted to make this video. So after I moved out of my parents' place, I think when I was around 19 or 20 years old, I lived with my roommates for a year, and then I lived 3 years on my own before moving in with my partner. So there was a lot of time that I spent alone and by myself. And even now, like, because I'm working as an independent content creator, I don't have any other people like in my immediate work. So I would say I spend about like 10 to 12 hours of the day by myself, most of the time not really talking to anybody, just kind of sitting in my own thoughts, doing my own work. And it definitely took me a while to kind of get comfortable with just being by myself. And I also learned that it doesn't necessarily matter whether you are alone or with people. You can feel loneliness regardless. Understanding that loneliness is just a regular emotion that people feel from time to time, and just being okay with that, I think brought me a lot of comfort. So I'd say that's probably my first piece of advice, is that if you're feeling lonely, just understand that that's an intrinsic feeling, and you would probably feel that regardless if you were surrounded by people or by yourself. So before you start kind of looking to like fill this void of loneliness through kind of other people's social interaction, you got to be okay with yourself first. Does that kind of make sense? As you can see, Jasper is having a very lazy... Jasper, it's just one of those gloomy days, eh? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, let me show you a close-up of the tattoos. First, I got a rose, very nice, on the lateral aspect of the quad. And then I got some faces and masks, whatever you want to call them. Looks very nice. So another thing that really helped me enjoy being alone was by making the space I was alone more enjoyable. That kind of makes sense. So for myself, that space was my home. So by making my apartment tidy, organized, neat, and just more homey, and kind of just changing my mindset around loneliness and just thinking it more of it as a luxury that not a lot of people get to spend time on their own or for themselves. You know, a lot of people have family and kids, but I get to spend time by myself, for myself, you know, in a space that I love. Then you actually kind of start enjoying the time you have by yourself. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a bit of tidying out. We got some stuff over here. We got dishes in the sink. And then we got a Jasper over here too. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, this is his favorite spot. Here we have it, folks. Much more clean and organized. Oh, buddy. All right, so next up, we're gonna make some food because trust me, if you're spending a lot of time on your own or you live on your own, you're gonna have to learn how to cook. Because yeah, theoretically, you can spend the whole week eating frozen pizzas with a side of Doritos sweet chili heat, you know, maybe speaking from personal experience. However, it's not gonna make you feel the best. If you eat like shit for most of the times, you're gonna feel like shit for most of the times. But you're probably wondering, Joe, what does eating well have to do with feeling less lonely? Well, feeling lonely is like any other emotive state, whether you're feeling sad, anxious, whatever. It's not something we can always control how we feel. However, what we can control is putting our bodies in kind of the most optimal environment. And for myself, a big portion of that is eating well and nutrient-dense meals. And because today is like a disgustingly rainy, gloomy Vancouver day, we're gonna go with a crowd favorite, some Korean soybean paste stew. Because on a gloomy day, stews and soups are just All right, so we're just keeping this very, very simple. We got some potatoes, we got this tiny zucchini piece, we got some leftover mushrooms, and of course our Korean soybean paste. Just roughly chop up your potatoes. Toss that into your boiling water. So add some salt, pepper, and let's just chop up the rest of our veggies. Alright, and once your potatoes are mostly cooked, add the rest of your veggies. Of course, a big heaping spoon of your soybean paste. There aren't really any exact measurements I use. I kind of just go off by taste. If it's a bit too salty, just add more water. If there's not enough flavor, just add more paste. Alright, so here is the completed meal. Of course, we gotta have our rice, our soybean paste stew, we got our kimchi, as well as some dumplings over here. Guys, this is literally the ultimate comfort food for me. It's just very reminiscent of my childhood, growing up. And it's just so good. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, middle school, whatever, I used to like get a lot of anxiety. I guess that's categorized under social anxiety, but more so just about how other people perceived me. I would just like constantly run over scenarios in my head about like, oh, this was stupid. Why did I say that? For like weeks and weeks. And it really wasn't until like maybe university that I realized that like people literally do not give two shits about what you're doing because everyone's stressed in their own way about their personal life. So people literally don't care. But yeah, it was just something that brought me like so much anxiety, like going out by myself and going to coffee shops by myself, restaurants by myself, etc. But literally nobody cares. Nobody even knows that you're there, trust me. I think it was because maybe like growing up, I didn't really have a lot of friends. In elementary school, I had one close friend. In high school, maybe like 2 or 3. But like I used to get bullied a lot in elementary school, and I guess that's where kind of like things stem, is like your childhood and how you grew up, etc. Anyways, I don't want to turn this into like a therapy session, but you know, at the end of the day, you just gotta live your life. Honestly, you just gotta take yourself out on dates more, cook more, treat yourself more, like take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, no one else is gonna take care of you. Literally, like at the end of the day, you really have yourself. So just be kind to yourself, okay? And eat good food. Eat shitty food on occasion, but not all the time, you know? Anyways. That crunch. Let me just finish eating my food so you guys don't have to listen to my disgusting chewing noises. And I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so now that we are properly fueled up, we're gonna go break a little sweat, but instead of going to the regular apartment gym, which I always go to, today we're checking out a new gym, doing a group fitness class, because sometimes, you know, it's nice to just be around people, not even like actively talking to people and like having the best conversation ever, but just like being around people sometimes is more than enough. Alright, so up top we got the Lululemon Metal Ventec 2.0 shirt, we got the Pace Breaker shorts, and of course we got the tag. Can you even see? Okay, let's go. Not gonna lie, folks, I'm a little bit nervous. Not because of the workout, but just because it's a new setting. I don't know anybody. But you know, it's gonna be alright. Plus, it's been like 6 months since I actually touched a barbell, since we have a Smith machine in the apartment. Should be quite interesting. And there you have it, folks. Definitely the hardest I've trained in a while. It was just really nice to touch a barbell, do some cleans, and just train around other people. I didn't talk to anyone, but it was just nice, you know, just knowing that other people are literally around you sometimes. You know, it was nice. Okay, let's go home. Casper. Hello, hi. Fusion toy. Ready? Okay, go. Alright, so now that we've taken care of our bodies, we gotta take care of our mind. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, I have so much more time. I'm alone. I'm by myself. Let me just work more. No, do not do that, okay? Because I've been there. It's just not healthy in the long run, because essentially you're just trying to distract yourself by being busy. You're not actively trying to work on yourself. You're just kind of pushing the loneliness aside. Not only by doing that are you creating a negative association with your work, but it's just gonna lead to a faster eventual burnout. So do not distract yourself with work. Yes, I know it's tempting, especially if you are kind of going in that entrepreneurial route, but you need to find something that is completely disconnected from your work. As you guys know, I recently took up watercolors. Ooh, yes. Let me just show you my current portfolio. You guys have already seen the mountain, yes, with the sky. But hold on, you're not even ready for this. Look at this. Mushroom. Wow. Also, fern. Oh my goodness, are you seeing this? And I was able to do all these beautiful watercolors thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes. Whether you want to pick up a new skill or deepen an existing passion, there are classes for everyone. There are different topics like illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing, you name it. And of course, watercolors. The class that I took was called Watercolor in the Woods, A Beginner's Guide to Painting in the Natural World by Rosalie. What I really liked about the class is that there's tons of resources actually built into the platform, so like the fern, so it makes everything really easy to follow along. I just really liked how beginner friendly it was, and how kind of, I don't know, it just made it seem very low barrier to entry and that everyone could literally start this. Like, I am no artiste by any means, but you know, that looks pretty good to me. Skillshare is curated specifically for learning, meaning that there are no ads, everything is separated into different modules, and it just makes everything very digestible. Plus, the best part is that the first 1,000 of my subscribers to join Skillshare using the link below will get 1 month free of Skillshare Premium, so there is literally no reason not to join. Use the link below. Once again, a big thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and we're gonna carry on with some watercolors. And the plan today is paint this beautiful bad boy, so we're just gonna take that. All right, so the very first thing I wanna do, I learned from the class, is that you wanna get like the approximate scale of the object, which is why it's important to sketch it in kind of with a pencil first. What we're working with so far. Keep in mind, it's not gonna be exactly the same, but you know, that's why it's called art, you know? You do you. I'm gonna start off with a lighter green, just so I can kind of build on top. All right, now we're gonna go in with a finer brush to do the branches. Branches are quite thick, so. And then for the vase, I'm gonna do a wet, because it's a very kind of light gray. So we're just gonna start with a tiny bit of black. Very nice. Alright folks, here she is. You know, is it exactly like the model? Absolutely not. However, that wasn't the point. You know, the point was to relax, focus on myself, not think about work for a bit, and just do something for myself. And that we achieved. So yeah, you know, we're just gonna get better from here. So just keep that in mind. I think that's pretty much it for today. I'm just gonna clean up, take it easy, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Good morning, folks. So this morning, we're gonna go get a haircut because look good, feel good. Even though no one's looking at you, because you're alone, but you know, do things for yourself. But before we head out, let's do a little Be Less Shitty Beauty. It's been a while since I said that. Starting off with some sunscreen. Although today it's literally like torrential downpour, you just gotta be consistent with your sunscreen. I don't think I'm gonna use any tinted moisturizer or foundation today, just because I've been kind of going a little bit too hard with the Retin-A, and I'm definitely a little bit scaly, so we're not gonna do that. I'm actually just gonna use some MAC Studio Fix powder, and just use my fingers and just kind of dab out where I need a little bit of coverage. And then of course we can't forget about the MAC strobe cream. People ask like, oh Joe, your skin is so glowy. I'm like, yeah, it's literally this mixed with sweat. So contour on the eyes. Even though you're spending most of the day by yourself, I think it's still nice to kind of, you know, get ready a little bit, make yourself feel nice and pretty. I'm gonna go in with my Milk Makeup blush. I'm gonna use quite a bit of it. I'm just gonna use my fingers because I don't really have anything else on my skin, so it's not gonna move anything too much. And there you have it, folks. That's the final look. Now let's show you guys what I'm working with. So this is my hair with nothing in it. The perm didn't really last that long just because my hair was so damaged. Like this hair has been bleached 3 times, toned multiple times. Yeah, anyways, so I'm just gonna shave a little bit of the sides, the back, try to grow out the top, and yeah, let's get going. Alright, let's go. Okay, I'll probably go here. Yeah, bye. Alright, so here is what is for lunch. As you can see, it is very rainy outside, so yes. Guys, that was so perfect for this weather. You're still wet from the morning. Sit. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look how cute he is with his wet hair. Hi, buddy. Alright, folks, that's pretty much it for this vlog. I hope this video kind of helped change your perspective and mindset around being alone a little bit. I hope that you see that like your alone time and putting time into yourself and focusing on yourself is a good thing without any distractions, without having to take care of nobody, you know, just you. With that being said, however, if you are struggling with loneliness and it's something that's chronic and persistent, definitely don't hesitate to reach out to a professional. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it for this vlog. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and remember to be less shitty. Thanks, guys.